Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lifestyles of the Broke and Non-Famous, guys. Hey, today's video, guys, I just want to go over two top online banks right now that are really impressive. A little backstory about me: I've dealt with banks my entire life. Again, I'm not trying to slander any banks or really throw any banks under the bus, but everybody knows that dealing with a brick and mortar bank, it's one of the worst places you ever want to deal with. I mean, I've dealt with Wells Fargo, I've dealt with Citibank, I've dealt with Bank of America, I've even dealt with credit unions, and credit unions back in the day were top tier places that you can go for like teachers and students. And then all of a sudden, credit unions got to where it wasn't just for teachers and students anymore. Anybody can join. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they were better as far as getting a good auto rate or getting a good mortgage rate, but they started getting greedy themselves. So I really, really, really got away from banks. So my top two online banks, and these are online banks, very easy to deal with, man. I'm telling you guys. This is the review, and I'm reviewing it. You can take this review with a grain of salt. My number one being Chime. Dealing with Chime, um, you're always skeptical when you open up a bank account, especially when it's online. You don't know if your money's going to be held up. You don't know if you're going to have any issues or any problems. But these two, Chime and Sofi, have been so great as far as ease of opening an account, not dealing with any kind of mess when it comes down to holding funds or anything like that. As far as verification and security, they have very good tight security, so you don't have to worry about any identity theft or anybody linking into your account. um, I like Chime because dealing with Chime and having your money in Chime, whenever you spend something, whenever you make a purchase online, or whether you make a purchase at a store, it literally tells you what was purchased. You know what I'm saying? They also have it to where if you were to lose your card, you can go into the app, you can freeze that card to where, no one uh, can use that card. Okay. um, they also have it to where they have a nice little savings account too. You're actually earning, I think, 1% right now. It's not a lot, but it's more than a lot of other banks are doing. A lot of other banks are not, especially brick and mortar banks are giving 0.25%, APY, on your funds that you have saved up in there. And I'm a big proponent of saving money, guys. I'm a big proponent of saving money. I'm gonna do a later video on ways you can save money, and make it fun. Nobody likes to save money. We want to spend, spend, spend. But learning over the years how important it is to save money, to hoard money, to have it on your purchase, have it on your person. It's very important to save money. So with Chime, you can definitely do that with their savings account that they have linked to your checkings account. You get your online payroll, from your direct deposit. You get that 2 days in advance. Same with SoFi. SoFi, you get 2 days in advance when you do direct deposit on that. Now, this is the regular Chime card right here, bank card, and this is the SoFi World Debit Card. SoFi's app has a lot of features as far as economy news. They even have it to where you can actually buy stock and get loans right through the app with apply for loans and all that stuff with them. And that's a good feature with them. So if you're a heavy investor, I haven't tapped into the investing part of that account yet. I would definitely do a later review on that. As far as there's some other ones that's out there: Robinhood, Acorn, Stash, to where now those are places where you can go, to invest if you're into investing. Um, this card in the middle for Chime is a credit builder card. Now that seems to be the hot new thing. If you're trying to build credit and you can't get a credit card, most of the time you're going to go get a secure credit card. You're going to pay $300 to $4 for that secure credit card and try to build credit that way. When you sign up for this Chime account, you're not guaranteed this card. You have to be on a list. You get put on the list, and I think to where if you put $500 in that account, you get bumped up as far as being able to be on the list for this card. Now, what this card is, you can put $50 a week on this card. You can put $50 a month on this card. And what I use it for is I put $50 on there a week, and I use it for gas. I use it as a gas card. But what it's doing, it's they report to all three credit bureaus, and it's basically like a secured card without the hassle of a secured card. Because a secured card, you're gonna have to pay that that $200 right up front, versus you having your own money and putting it on this card and using it as a credit card. No penalties to you. You can reload it as far as how much you want every month or every week, or however you want to do it that way. I'm a proponent of Chime now, and I'm a proponent of Sofi. These are great financial institutes that you can deal with if you want to put your money in a safe spot. Banks these days, guys, like I said, I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm going to be honest with you. This is lifestyles of the broke and non-famous. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Do not deal with any banks. Do not deal with Wells Fargo. Do not deal with Bank of America. Do not deal with Citibank. Do not deal with Chase. These banks treat their customers like garbage. Brick and mortar, I don't even know why brick and mortar is still relevant these days. A lot of people still deal with these banks. That's fine and dandy. That's your prerogative. But times are changing. Times are changing, guys. And I have nothing but, I've only had this account for about a month and a half now, both accounts, and they've been very easy to deal with. But especially between transferring money between both accounts, I can link this card to this account and link this card to this account and transfer money between accounts. And it's very, very easy. And the reason why I deal with these two is because I like different options. I know you've always heard of the term of don't put all your eggs in one basket. You know what I'm saying? So I use this for certain things, and I use these for certain things, and I go from there, and I budget, and I limit, and I track everything, especially with having apps on your phone to track all your transactions and your expenses. There's no reason no one should, go into debt. There's no reason no one should have any excuses of why they're not tracking their money and all that good stuff. So I'm going to leave links down here, guys. When you sign up for these two cards, Chime and Sofi, you get $50 when you sign up. And it's real easy. With Sofi, all you got to do is just deposit $500 in the account. You get $50. Easy. That's the $50 as you'll ever make. With this one, you basically put, a minimum of $200 of your payroll, direct deposit payroll in there, and you get $50. It's that simple, guys. So, if you have any inquiries about it, you want to know any questions about this, about these cards, let me know.